Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all doing well. I do apologise, this week has been a bit all over the place with videos, but we are hopefully back to normal now. I've been unwell and I've just had a bit of a weird week, so it's fine. It'll be okay, we're back to normal, hopefully. But for today we are working on an apartment in Myshuno, which comes with the City Living expansion pack, and we are working on a tiny apartment. This is the smallest apartment that exists in the game, and we are building it for a family of 8, so that is just crazy. I now realise that I've actually done more than 8. It's actually 10, because I have 8 children. But it's fine, we have a family of 10, which is, you know, of course not doable in the game without mods, but I just like building for big families, so that is what we were doing. But yeah, so a little bit of the backstory behind today's video is that the parents have kind of like, well, I think they have pretty good jobs considering, but they just can't afford to have like a really big place to live. So we do live in quite a small place, but I feel like they're still quite well off. Maybe they're saving up to get like an actual house rather than an apartment, but they just don't quite have that much money yet, so we're just staying in a tiny apartment even though we do have quite a bit of money. But I'm thinking maybe they want to move to like Henford-on-Bagley or something and have like a farmhouse eventually, but for now we're just living in this really tiny impractical apartment which has 8 kids in, which is, oh my goodness, can you imagine? But yeah, so we do have quite a small space, but I think we made good use of it, to be honest. When I was like thinking of making this apartment, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna fit all of that in, but I think it turned out pretty good, so I'm not complaining. I think it actually looks really nice, so I do hope you guys like it too. But yeah, so we're just adding in some stuff into the main living area. Of course I couldn't add too much because it is quite a small space, so I had to be quite practical with it, because if I added too much then it would be just over cluttered. So that is what we are doing. So now we're just moving on to the bathroom. Now this is only a 1 bathroom, which is, you know, not exactly ideal for 10 people, but it's fine. We do have 3 bedrooms, which is good. So I don't know how I managed to fit in 3 bedrooms honestly, but I think it's useful that we have all of the like living space in one big room, because I don't know how we would have fit it in otherwise. But I do really like this apartment. I think it turned out way better than I anticipated, which is always a plus. But yeah, so we do have 3 infants, which we have 2 girls and a boy. The little boy is the youngest and he stays in the parents' room because he's basically a newborn. And these 2 are maybe like 1-ish, and then we do have 1 room that's got loads of bunk beds in. I kind of felt like maybe they were from the ages of about 5 up until about 10, so they're technically still children in you know, if you class it in terms of the game, but yeah, they're about that age. We don't have any teenagers, but we do have a lot of kiddos, and all of the children are girls, so we've only got 1 boy, bless him. Can you imagine? 9 sisters, yeah, that's never good. I don't know, maybe it is. I'm an only child, so I've no idea if having sisters or brothers is more frustrating, who knows. Probably a bit of both, depends on the person. But yeah, so we're just finishing up in the nursery. Obviously it's quite a small room, and like I said, I had to make sure that everything was, you know, practical and not too cluttered, because then it would be non-functional, which is never good for small spaces. So I had to make sure that I didn't add too much, which is always difficult because you guys know I love my clutter, but I think it turned out cute, so I'm not unhappy about it. I just wish I had a bit more space, but it is what it is. That's the whole part of this build, is that we have a really tiny space with a lot of people, so it had to be kind of, you know, minimized on the clutter side, which is always a struggle, but I think it turned out cute. And then move on to the parents' room. So this room is pretty simple, there's not too much in here, but it is the biggest room. I did contemplate whether I had the girls in this room, you know, the children, but I thought, well, you know, they still have enough space, so I did decide to make this the parents' room, which I'm happy about. I think it turned out really cute. And the fact that we do have a little baby in here as well, you know, we kind of needed a bit of extra space, so I'm not unhappy about it. I think it looks pretty, and again, ideally we'd have more space, but again, that's part of the challenge, so I keep having to tell myself that. I did try and fit in a cupboard here. I do end up fitting in one, which I believe is from the Modern Luxe kit, but it was a little bit of a tight squeeze because we still had to be able to walk around that side of the bed, which is a little bit difficult, but it was fine. And then we basically just finished up in this room. I did place a chair as well and some art on the wall just to make it feel a bit more lived in, and then move on to the girls' room. And this is my favourite room in the house. I think that it's adorable. It's very purple, there's a lot of stuff, and again I'm doing these like cupboards under their bunk beds. I just think they're really cute, so I hope you guys like them too. And before I get questions asked on this wallpaper, I do believe it's from either Spooky Stuff or Paranormal, but I do believe it's Spooky Stuff, but I could be wrong. I always get quite a lot of questions on this wallpaper, so it's from one of those two, but it's definitely from either a kit. I think it's Spooky Stuff, I'm like 99% sure, but it might be from Paranormal, but I don't think so. It's gonna really bug me now, I'll have to go back and look, but yeah, I really love this room. I think it turned out really cute, but of course it's very cramped in this room, but I think it's adorable, and all of the clutter is always fun. I love adding the clutter, you guys know I love it, and we did have some space to include it, so I hope you guys like it. But with that being said, I am going to end the voiceover by here for today, guys, because I really want to get today's video out for you, and we've had a bit of a slow week, and I'm not very well, so yay. Hopefully it doesn't get worse, but you know, hopefully the weekend I'll recover and I'll be fine. But yeah, so with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow for another speed build. I wish you all the most wonderful day. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Did I even say comment? There was no T in that. Comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another speed build. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.
Give away too much. It's like I've got no sense of touch. I'm always pouring out my heart, no little by little here. I'm always pushing things too far. 2, 5, 6, 10 drinks at the bar. No boundaries, I get too close. No little by little here. 'Cause I give my all. Oh, no little by little. I pour out my heart. Little by little here. I always run and hit the wall. I'd rather jump and risk the fall. I see no limits in the sky. No little by little here. No, no, got stuck on working on myself. Thought I was wrong and needed help, but I'm just different, something else. No little by little here. 'Cause I